announced that the Catholic League was like, they hated Dogma, even though they never saw it, and they were way against it. When we screened the movie, debuted the movie at the New York Film Festival, it debuted in Cannes, but when we went to the New York Film Festival a couple months later, there was a full protest outside with like fucking 400 to 1,000 people and shit like that. Depends who you talk to or ask. It sure looked like 1,000. They held up the big Mary statue and they were all fucking praying the rosary at me and shit like that. So when the movie opened in November in the area, it was opened in Eatontown at what was then the Sony Multiplex. You were there?
Oh, hell yeah.
They announced in the paper that like we're doing a protest and we're going to be 5,000 people strong. And I was like, 5,000 people? That is literally everybody in Monmouth County. I will know every single protester. So fuck, I was like, I gotta go to that. And so it was me, Jen, and Brian Johnson. And the night that it was happening, I was like, let's go join the fucking protest. So we made protest signs, went and got big cardboard pieces of paper and shit, and wrote, one of them said, to hell with Dogma, and the other one said, Dogma is dog shit. And we put glue on it and sparklies on that motherfucker. And then me and Brian went and joined the protest line, and Jen came and she took a camera with her, like a little disposable camera. So I have 2 pictures of this. But I didn't need to capture it because Channel 12 News showed up and captured it instead, and they actually interviewed me. But when we got there, not 5,000 people, about 15. 15 people, all somewhat older. They had a crucifix they were holding, and they were all praying the rosary and shit. So when we got there, Brian Johnson was very disappointed. He was like, where's the fucking 5,000? And I was like, this is fine, I could deal with 15, that's fine and shit. So we went and joined the protest line and stuff and just started praying. They were in the middle of a rosary. And I was raised Catholic, so I know my shit backwards and forwards. Brian Johnson was just like, holy Jesus, Mary, people, God, just making up words as he went along and shit. And the Channel 12 News band pulls up, and a journalist, the on-camera person, gets out, and you could tell she was very disappointed that there wasn't 5,000. The cameraman was there with the camera, puts it on his shoulder and stuff. And they've got like a clipboard with a bunch of questions, I guess. They're going to figure out who they're going to interview. And the lady looked at me, because I saw them pull up, and I was just clocking them while I was doing that. Like, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. And I was hitting Brian, and he was like, holy shit. So as I'm praying and shit, the lady looks over at us, and she's looking for the person she could probably get the best interview from. And her eyes fall on me. And then she's looking at me, and then she looks at her clipboard, and then she looks fucking back at me. And she made a beeline right for us and shit. And she came over, she's like, are you him? And I pointed at the cross, I was like, no, that's him. And she was like, you're not the guy that directed this? I was like, no, God, no, not at all. And she's like, well, can we interview you? And I was like, yes. So she called the camera guy over, and the camera guy comes over and he looks and he's like, shoulders up and shit, and she's like, what are you doing here? And I was like, I'm protesting this movie. And she was like, why? And I was like, well, I've heard bad things about it. And she's like, do you know what it's about? I was like, no, but I've heard nothing good. And she was like, what's your name? And I was like, Brian Johnson. So fucking, they aired it that night on the Channel 12 News, and my mother called me up. And she was like, Tiger, there's somebody being interviewed at the protest who looks exactly like you. So that's a true fucking story, man. That legit happened. We all good with our shit? Ladies and gentlemen, you came to watch him. I still have the protest sign.
Come back next time,
Oh, it'll be one day. They will be.
Add the pictures.
But to be fair, to give credit to every once in a while, every Comic-Con I go to, there are people dressed like Silent Bob. The last Comic-Con I went to, I think it was in Knoxville. There was a guy dressed like Silent Bob, but he had a fucking Dogma is dog shit placard. I was like, bro, that is deep cuts right there. He was like, will you sign my thing? I was like, no, because you talk and broke character. But yes, I still have the protest signs, and one day we will bring them here in auction. And that's what I love about this place, is slowly I'll get rid of everything I own. And what I also love is it goes into the hands of people that absolutely appreciate it. If I can't hold on to all this stuff, it's nice to know that it goes into the hands of fans. Thank you for supporting Smodcastle. Are you ready to watch a 24-year-old movie that I got in a lot of fucking trouble for? The time is now 6:13 on the West Coast. So that would make it 9:13, and we're only running 2 hours fucking late. Not bad for us, man. I appreciate your patience as we sit it down and raise a little money for Smodcastle. Let's kick back and watch a movie that is not fucking available to buy anyplace unless you bought a copy earlier today or jumped online and shit like that. This is probably one of the movies I'm most proud of, the one that I seem to get remembered for lately more than ever. I've met so many fucking people since this movie came out, over the course particularly of the last 10 years, who are just like, my favorite movie of yours that you ever did is Dogma, and here's why. And they tell me like this deeply personal story about being raised Catholic and shit like that. And the question I always get the most is like, why did you do it? And I have to explain to them that like, look, I was an altar boy. I was a Catholic. I went to Catholic school for 8 fucking years and stuff at Our Lady of Perpetual Help in Highlands. I served mass and stuff on the altar. And I was the altar boy. Ernie was an altar boy as well at one point. They asked him to leave. I got to stay all the way to 8th grade. But I was the altar boy. The Dogma comes from an altar boy who would quietly giggle to himself every time the priest said, "Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord." That's the mentality. The question I get asked the absolute most second about Dogma is, why is Alanis Morissette playing God? And the answer has always been, because I've always deeply believed that God is Canadian. Tonight, kids, you're gonna see what's probably some of my best fucking work. Boy, could I write my ass off back in these days and shit like that. This is my version of a comic book movie. People are always like, when are you gonna make a comic book movie? And I tell them I did back in 1998, came out in 1999. It's as close to a fucking Marvel movie as I'll ever make. And it's my version of the Avengers before they ever made the fucking Avengers. It stars some of the best people in the world, including 2 dead legends. Give it up for the great Alan Rickman. And give it up for the late, great George Carlin. Without further ado, you came to see a movie that nobody else can see. You're going to see it right here at Smodcastle. Let's kick back. Don't forget, afterwards we're going to do a Q&A. So if you want to leave after the movie's done because we're 2 hours late, believe me, no worries and shit. But just what I just did before, that's what we're going to do after the movie's done to the wee hours and shit. Without further ado, I give you 1999's Dogma.